I'm Reverend Adam Taylor. I have the privilege of serving as the president of Sojourners. We are a Christian ecumenical organization that is committed to peace and justice and work through our publications and through our advocacy work. We are a proud member of the Circle of Protection, a broad coalition that has been working for over 10 years to try to ensure that our federal budget and policy priorities help to protect people living in poverty and help lift people out of poverty. We know that our faith compels us to prioritize policies and efforts that help to protect those living on the margins. Over 1,000 verses speak to a biblical call to justice, which includes a particular concern for the most vulnerable in our midst. In Isaiah 58, the prophet speaks to this commitment when he describes the kind of fasting and religious worship that pleases God, making the point that it is only after we feed the hungry and we break the systems of injustice that then our flourishing will be made possible. In other words, our wholeness and our flourishing is tied in the wholeness and flourishing of others. Jesus made clear in his own judgment that we would be judged by how we treat the least of these or the most marginalized among us, including people living in poverty. Elected officials do indeed have a responsibility to give deliverance to the needy, according to Psalm 72. But sadly, poverty has so often been an invisible or third rail issue in the context of our presidential elections. Poverty is so often the byproduct of failed policy priorities or of misguided policies themselves. We know that policy choices do matter. Sojourners, along with the Circle Protection, has been a consistent champion of expanding the child tax credit, a policy that helped to nearly cut in half child poverty during the height of the pandemic. And so I am asking presidential candidates in this 2024 election to make it a priority to create a video to share your plans, your vision for how to address the crisis of poverty in the United States and around the world. We want to know from you your commitment and your plans in this regard.